Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm popping on a couple minutes late. I don't know what was going on. I could not find the button to go live on my Facebook. I do it exactly the same every time, and then sometimes the stuff I want just isn't there. You know me in technology, not that great. But I had really planned to come on yesterday at some point. The day just got away from me. I started out by going and getting a special birthday coffee from a local coffee shop that offered it. And then I went to lunch with a group of ladies, which was just delightful. And then I ran to the grocery store, and then I picked up something at the post office, and then I came home and I took a nap. And then when I woke up, it was time to make, well, anyway, you guys, you know how those days go. Well, that's how my yesterday went. And so I didn't get on here. I'm just checking to see if I am up and running because I don't see anyone on watching. Oh, but I am. I am there. So I'm sure you'll all be popping on at some point. Anyway, I did make shrimp scampi for dinner last night, and it was delightful. So that day was worth it just to get that done. It is Saturday, July 19th, 2025, and it's my birthday. And I'm so happy to be able to spend just a little time with you today on that special day. After I'm done here, Paul and I are going to run to Starbucks, of course, and get my free birthday drink there. Hi, Doris. And then we're going to run a couple little errands, and then he is making dinner for me tonight while I go get my hair cut. So wish me luck. I always hate my hair. Always hate it. Maybe like it one day out of the month. So this lady is supposed to be really good about helping you pick the right style for your face. So we'll see what she does. I don't know. It could come back looking just like this. Anyway, while I do that, he's going to make dinner for me tonight. So it's going to be a lovely birthday. And then tomorrow we are celebrating with my daughter and her family. So just a weekend of celebration. Thank you, Doris. Thank you so much. Actually, everything's excellent except for the heat and humidity. Wow, it is hot out there. When I was running errands yesterday, I was drained. That's why I needed a nap. It just wipes you out. It's oppressive humidity, just like pouring down on you. So, hi, Joyce. Glad you're here this morning. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 28 years now, and I love what I do. I am here to help you find the joy of paper crafting and card making, and to give you tips and tricks to make that easier and more fun for you, and then to encourage you to send out your beautiful creations to others to make their day. Hi, Shannon. The goal is to eradicate loneliness one card at a time. Please be sure to say hello if you are hopping on. I love to see that you are here. If you watch on the replay, let me know that too. I love all of your comments. And as always, I will be giving away the card we make. And I will do that by drawing from all of the comments that you leave. So comment as many times as you like. Each one counts as an entry. Let me know what you think, what you like, what you don't like. If you have questions, how the weather is by you, what your weekend plans are. Whatever you want to tell me, I love to hear it. Hi, Cheryl. Glad you're here. Also, if you can share me to another crafty group, to your home page, to a crafty friend, let me know if you do that also, and I will give you a bonus entry toward the drawing of the card today. So, yay to all of that. Yeah, congratulations to the winner of my last drawing. My last video was just a show and tell. Severe storms. I'm sorry, I get distracted by the comments. Karen, I'm sorry there's the severe storms. We haven't had those yet. And yeah, I don't know. I have a whole stack here. I think I might have received it, but we'll see in a minute when I go through them. So I'm glad you're here. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Karen. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, so last time was just a show and tell video where I showed you tons of projects that I've done for different things. And I did a drawing from that too. And Stephanie Langlos, you were my winner. And so I just mailed you out a small sampler of card fronts from DSP that is current. So enjoy that when you get it. Thank you for commenting and watching my videos. Okay, let's take you around and down to my table. There's my green, green, green out there. Boy, it's green. Okay, this is me, Maureen Rolfus, the crazy stamping lady. You can probably hear the, let's see if it's a fire truck. No, it's a police car. It was a fire truck before it. We're just down the road from a fire station, and so it is constant all day with fire trucks and police cars and ambulances. Anyway, my blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/crazystampinglady. My YouTube is under my name, Maureen Rolfus, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. And anytime you shop at Stampin' Up! And place an order of $20 or more, you will automatically receive 10% back on rewards that you can use on a future purchase, which is wonderful. Those rewards are redeemable for a year, and you can get your account at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. Now, a couple things. When you go into there and you set up your account, you do have to opt into the rewards. So you should get a little pop-up that tells you to do that. Also, you have to be opted in to receive updates and mailings and stuff from me so that I can send you our catalogs. So this month, at the end of the month, I will be finalizing who will get the fall catalogs from me. In fact, it'll be sooner because we're going to be leaving on vacation. So it'll probably be by the 28th. I will have to finalize that. And you have to be opted in. So I posted a post on my Facebook page. Go ahead and look for it. In fact, I might pin it to the top. And that gives you the instructions how to go and check if you are opted in. Because if you are not, it will not let me send you a catalog. I will send a catalog to each and every person who has ordered from me in the last 6 months if they are opted in. I have cards to share. It's my birthday month, so lots and lots of cards to share. My first one is from my friend Sherry in California, and she used those new little embossing folders that keep going out of stock, and I haven't been able to get them. It's a set of 2 of them. I love them, and every time I go to order them, they're out of stock. But the next time they come in, I'm on the notice thing to get notified, and hopefully I'll get them. Super cute card, Sherry, and then she just took some ink and sponged it or brushed it over the embossing folder, and it is so cute. I love the little embossing folders like this because they can be used with my mini cut and emboss, which I have on my desk right here all the time, so I love to have those folders to use. So thank you, Sherry, for thinking of me. My next card is from my friend Joan, my overachieving friend Joan. Look at this card. Every card she makes is a work of art. It's crazy. She has much more patience than I do, but this is beautiful, beautiful, Joan. But she also sent me a gift, and I need to share it with you. She sent me this cute little magnetic tray. Now, I have a metal tray from Harbor Freight, and I do use it, and it works great. But she sent me this tiny little one in yellow, my favorite color. Look how cute that is. And I want to show you, if you have a die and you set it in here, it'll go right over to the magnet. The magnets are really strong and they pull it. There's 2 little magnets in here and they just pull it. It's going to stay in there. I'm not going to use those little dies. So I'm going to keep this one right here on my desk, and then I can put my tiny little dies in it, and then my bigger one to the side if I need it for my larger ones. So super, super cute. And then she sent me this adorable Tombow glue holder. Again, yellow, favorite color, daisies, black-eyed Susan's favorite flowers. Love so much. This is stinking adorable. You know I always kept my little glue in a shot glass. So I need to read to you what she wrote in the card. She said, "Hi Maureen, time to ditch the shot glass and put it to the use it was intended. Nothing like a shot of Irish whiskey and a hot cup of coffee topped off with a dollop of whipped cream." I love that she wrote that. That was so stinking cute. And Joan, I just want you to know that I have cleaned out that shot glass and it is on my shot glass shelf and it will be used for what God intended it. So thank you so much for thinking of me and sending that. That was so unexpected and you just made my day. Okay guys, I have a couple more cards to show you yet. This one is from my friend Debbie and she is in Prescott, Arizona. And Debbie, this card is beautiful. I love it so much, I might have to case it. It is just gorgeous. Just look at that. And she used one of my favorite all-time dyes, that big sunflower dye that we used to have. Love it, love it, love it. Debbie, thank you for thinking of me and sending me this beautiful card in one of my most beautiful color combinations. Blues and yellows work so well together. I really appreciate you thinking of me. And I have another birthday card. This one is from my friend Lori, I think. Let me look to be sure because I do mess these up sometimes. But no, this is from Lori. And it is a window card. And she put this little grass cut out here in front. And then birthday greetings. And then when you open it up, it has this cool little scene here with the birds flying and the little fences. Oh, it's like inviting me to just come for a walk right through those gates. And then she wrote her greeting on the back. Lori, this is a beautiful card. I love it so much. I love window type cards. They're so fun. I just think this is gorgeous. Thank you so much for thinking of me. Much, much appreciated. And then a card from my friend Darryl, and this card is nothing but fun. It says, find smiles inside, and has this little smiley button on here, which is adorable. And if you haven't noticed, on a lot of my packages, I'll put the smiley face. At the end of my signature, I put it. To me, my key thing is it's all about the fun. Have fun, guys. Keep smiling. I thought this was adorable, but look inside. When you open it up, it is filled with smiles and says happy birthday on a pop-up. Such a stinking cute idea. Thank you so much, Darryl, for thinking of me and sending this. I love it, and it truly made me smile. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, that's all the birthday cards to date. If I get more, I will share them with you next time, I promise. Couple things going on, my birthday celebration. So since today's my birthday, it's a perfect time to talk about this. I'm stuck on you, so I'm giving glue. So for every $100 in purchases you make this month, you get to pick one of these 9 glue items and I will get them sent out to you. So I'm just going to accumulate all your purchases throughout the month. And at the end of the month, I will email you or text you or message you the total you received and ask you to pick from these 9 what you want. So if you spend $100, you get to pick 1. If you spend $200, you get to pick 2. If you spend $300, you get to pick 3. That's just how it works. No limit. Yeah, so yay. And I'm probably going to ask you for a first and second choice just in case one is sold out at the time I'm ordering them for you. And then as soon as I get them, I will send them out to you in the mail in a cute little, with a cute little zippered tote as a thank you to me, and it'll have a cute little thank you tag hanging with it. So you can pick from dimensionals, you can pick from Tombow glue, you can pick from glue dots, you can pick from refills of seal, lots and lots of good choices to pick from. That is me thanking you and celebrating my birthday with you. It's my little birthday favor, as if you could come to my party. And then I have my free card class that I do every month. So my free card class for purchases during the month of July are card kits for a $50 order, card kits plus a bonus project for $75, and card kits, a bonus project, and a half a pack of an embellishment for a $100 order. And then I do a free card class where I put those together for you. And that card class is going to be on Monday, August 18th. And that is a little later in the month than usual, but we will be on vacation. So I'm postponing it till the 18th. But the kits will be mailed out to you by early August, and you should have them in plenty of time to craft along with me. So that is another bonus. And then just a reminder that you have through Sunday to place any size order. Starting last Friday through this coming Sunday. And if you do, you will get a bonus PDF from me, and that PDF will be of all of the projects that we made on our last Global Inspiration Stamp Team presentation. So we do that as part of that presentation, but even people who aren't in that group, I offer that to you if you place an order by Sunday. All right, lots going on. You can get lots of good things for that. Plus, you'll get your 20% back in rewards on that order. So lots and lots going on. Okay, guys. Today we're making a birthday card to celebrate my birthday, and it is a cute one. We are using the TurtleY Cute Designer Series paper that comes with all of these adorable turtles. Look at this. Now, there's one sheet I think I don't have here. I don't know which one it is, but I'm missing one. I am not a cutesy animal critter type person for the most part, although lately they've been growing on me. Thank you, Francis, making me really start to like them. I didn't order this bundle at all, but I did order the Designer Series paper because I am a fussy cutter. And just look at all of the fun images that I can fussy cut out of these papers. They are amazing. Now I'm going to turn them over and show you the back sides of at least these 5. I don't have the 6th one, but at least these 5 I can do. Here's the backs, which are just fun patterns that you can use on cards. So I love that. So even if you're not a super turtle lover, you can always use these great designs on the back. But we're going to use some of these today to make a cute and fun birthday card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to pull out an image from this little birthday paper right here. And I'm going to take this little image here and we're going to fussy cut him out. And I pre-fussy cut a couple other little designs, but I'm going to do him on screen just to show you how easy these guys are. They have really clean and nice lines. And when I fussy cut, I always leave a border of white that is just a much forgiving look on your images. If you cut right up to the line and then you cut in it, it's very noticeable. But if you're leaving a border and your border gets thinner or narrower, it's not as noticeable. So I always leave a border. And then when I fussy cut, if you'll notice, I do a lot of hanging onto the scissors in one direction, just giving it firm pressure and moving my paper. And so my paper kind of glides along the scissors as I go. You don't want to have choppy lines, and if you start doing your scissors more than your paper, you're going to get those choppy lines where you're cutting out. So I just keep a nice firm pressure as much as possible, and then move my Designer Series paper around onto the scissors to get my fussy cutting. I love to fussy cut. It is so therapeutic for me. I do it almost every night. I am either crocheting or fussy cutting or coloring in front of the TV every night as I watch TV with my husband. We like to watch a couple hours of television together, and I'm doing one of those while I do it because I hate to just not do anything. So there we go. There's our little turtley guy. That's how easy he was to cut out. And actually, I've done several images, and they're all like that. They're really nice, clean lines, easy to cut out. So we're going to use this guy as our focal point on our card. So right here, I have a piece of basic white that is 3 inches by 4 1/8 inches. And we're going to add our sentiment to this. So for this outside piece, I am going to use a sentiment from the Spring Corners set. This is an online exclusive set. It is so cute. I love it. The corner writing to me is just such a fun, unique look. So we're going to be using that. And I'm using the corner piece that says, wishing you an amazing day. So let's get our turtle out of the way. I'm going to open my real red ink, and we're going to ink this up. Now, on the card, on the Designer Series paper, the color they used is Poppy Parade. But my Poppy Parade is in dire need of re-inking, and I couldn't find the re-inker. So we're going to go with Real Red, and it's going to be fine because it's a fun, bright color for birthdays. And we're putting this up, and hopefully, you know, I'm going to do the bottom one first and then flip it around. We're putting it right in the corner. So I'm putting it so the top of the D And the top of the H, so the top of the D on day and the top of the H up here on wishing are right kind of at the edge of my corner of my cardstock. So let's pull that off and see if I did that right. Perfect. Just like that. Wishing you an amazing day. And then I'm going to ink it up one more time here. And we're going to do the same thing on this bottom corner. I'm going to put the D right at the edge and the H right at the edge and put that down in that corner. And we're just doing a little wishing you an amazing day frame on our card. And I love that look. Since I have this here, let me pull out some pieces here from my card. Let me get my envelope because I'm going to do that same sentiment on my envelope. I'm just going to ink this up. Now, when you're inking a big block like this and you only want to get your stamp, you do need to be a little careful not to rock this part of the block onto your ink pad. So you can see I'm just tapping down on that edge and doing the same thing here, tapping down on that edge, but I'm careful not to get the block onto the ink pad. And then I'm going to come over here and place this in the corner on the front of my envelope, just like that, wishing you an amazing day. It almost looks like my real red needs some re-inking too, so I need to find my re-inkers. I had them all in a box and I stuck that box somewhere and now I just need to find it. That's the way it goes. So, okay, so there's our envelope done. Here's our little focal point. Now I want to show you what I did for this card. I did something similar with our arch dies, pretty recently, but I used our party banner dies. Now these are new dies. I'm pretty sure they're online. Oh no, they're in the annual catalog, so you can check them out. They're huge, huge. Here is my stamp set, and look at this. The largest die is as big as my stamp set case here. It just barely goes through the big cut and emboss machine, but it does, which is very cool because this is all about making banners that you can hang up for birthdays, for weddings, for anniversaries, for whatever you like. It has little holes that you can cut out in the corner, and they're made in the corner shapes that you can lay them right in to the corner and get it exact where you want it. And then it has little pieces you can cut out to reinforce those holes if that is your desire. So cute, cute set. Not a cheap set. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Not a cheap set at all. But with all the birthdays we have and the grandkids and the parties that we do, I know this will get used very well. So the dies alone for this one are $40. Okay, which is expensive, but you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different sizes of banners. These tiny ones you could do a banner on your card front. The larger ones you can do a hanging banner. Super, super cute. I hope to do a banner in the future and be able to show you it because I just think this is such a fun set. So I'm using this, and what I did is I took the banner that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's the 6th one down. It is just about the exact size of a card front. And I took a piece of basic white that is A2 size, but it opens at the bottom and it's vertical. And I had to run this through because I need my big die cut machine to do it. But I put the top of that die right above the crease, guys. It has to be right above. So it was this one right here. Has to be right above the crease. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, just like that, on my vertical card base, and cut it. And what that gave me is a banner shaped card front for my card. Just like with the arch set. This is such a fun way to get some character on your card without doing much of anything. You're just running it through the die cut machine one time, and look at that cute little look that we got. So this was the 5th down die. And then I took the back of one of those pieces of designer series paper. This one just shouts party. And I ran this one through using the 6th die down. So it's 1 die smaller right there. And I ran that through too. So that is going to be on the front of our card. And I am going to place it near the top instead of centering it so that I have quite a bit of white showing down here. I just like that look. So if a banner was hanging, that's where it would be. It would be hanging right off the top. You could actually make these as a banner and put your letters on them or whatever you wanted and just hang them over a ribbon or a piece of string and use that as your banner. So, but I'm making a card with this today. Let me grab my seal. We're going to put some seal on the back of here. So this image is on the back of the one that's by the ocean with the barbecue and the sand castles. Cute, cute paper for a birthday. I'm just going to put some pretty much all the way around the edge in the corners and then along this little V here at the bottom so it holds down in place. We're going to come in here and place this right up to the top, basically centered side to side, and then coming down. And now we have our little banner layer on the front of our card, just like that. Now let's build our focal point. So I'm going to take this cute little turtle holding the birthday cake, and we're going to use Tombow glue. Thank you, Joan, out of my little holder here, which is fantastic. And now I have a shot glass to use again. Not that I didn't have another shot glass, guys. I did, but now I have another one. And this little holder is just so stinking adorable. If you didn't see it, guys, go to the beginning of my video again to see that Joan sent me this adorable little sunflower Tombow holder, and I love it. I'm going to pick this up with my tweezers just to make it a little easier to handle in place. Actually, I think I need to get my tweezers on there a little bit better. So let's find a place without glue. And I want to center this onto the front of my card. So we're going to lay him down. Centered side to side. I'm going to see if I can bring him down without glue showing just a little bit. The Tombow gives you a little wiggle room up. That's gluing, showing glue. So we're going to take them right up to the bottom of that wishing there. Okay, and then press them down so that glue adheres really well everywhere. Okay, so there's our little turtle. And then I'm going to take this and pop it up on dimensionals. So let me grab up. I have a couple edge ones here we're going to use up. Don't waste the edges of your dimensionals, guys. I have seen people throw those away and it makes me want to cry. These pieces along the edge work just like the rest of it, and they extend. You get like free dimensionals if you use those edges. So be sure you're using them. Do one in each corner. And this is a pretty big image, so I'm going to put a couple toward the middle here. One up here and one down here. So this stands up nice on my banner card. Excuse me. Allergies still acting up. People gave me some tips on allergy pills. I take a 24-hour allergy pill and then I take a sinus pill. And it does help, but man, my allergies are bad here, especially when everything is blooming in Tennessee. It looks like I got a little smudge of glue on here somehow. So let me just get that off. If you have marks from your cut and emboss machine, or if you have little glue that gets on, remember your rubber eraser, guys. This works so well, not just for getting glue off, although it's perfect for that, but it's wonderful for taking off little smudges and stuff too that might get on from your fingers or something. So don't forget that. Now we're going to place this onto our banner. I'm going to place it toward the top again with just a little tiny bit of border, trying to center it side to side, and then come down onto my card because I want the peaks of that designer series paper showing underneath. Okay, so there is our little turtle on our banner card. Okay, and then we're going to add a chocolate cake. So we could have gone with the vanilla, but I wanted to have some dimension on here, so I cut out one of the chocolate cakes, and I'm going to pop this up on a dimensional, and that way there will be a little depth to it. And the way I put my dimensionals underneath on here, and I try to think about this when I'm doing my dimensionals, is I put that one here under his head and one under his legs. So when I lay this down to cover up the cake that is already there, the dimensional goes between those two other ones, and I don't have a dimensional on top of another one. It just makes it nicer for going through the mail. But now we have the dimension of that cake on the front there. And then I'm going to do the inside of my card. So hang with me, guys. I have another sample to show you at the end too, so I hope you do stick with me. Now I'm going to put my inside sentiment on here. And I wanted a fun, big sentiment. So there is a singular little happy birthday in here that I could have used. Excuse me. But instead, I pulled out another favorite set with you in mind. And it has this big happy birthday. And so I took that out of here. You can see how large these images are. And we're going to be stamping that right here on the inside of our card to make this a super fun birthday card. So I'm taking my real red ink again. I'm going to ink up the happy birthday. Once again, this is a big block that I have, and I don't want to rock it or pick up any extra ink on the edges. So I'm being careful to just tap, tap, tap right down into my ink and not let the block hit it. I'm going to come in here and center this toward the top to give me a little room to write. And give it some pressure, let that transfer. There is our fun happy birthday. And then I cut out an ice cream cone from that designer series paper. And that paper has cute little cakes and ice cream cones and different designs that you can cut out. I'm just going to put some Tombow glue on the back of this tiny little ice cream cone to kind of finish off the inside of my card. Again, I'm going to grab my little tweezers, pick this up where there is no glue. It just makes it easier for handling, and place that down here in the corner. Just like that, to make the inside of my card as fun as the outside of my card. And then we need some bling. So for my bling on here, I decided to use the 2024-26 in color flat pearls. Now these were last year's in colors, but these flat pearls are truly one of my favorite embellishments. The flatter the better when I put embellishments on, because they're going to go through the mail. I don't want your card to be ruined. I love these. And I didn't realize until recently that they're in last year's colors and this year's colors. I knew they were this year's, but I didn't realize they were in last year's. So we're going to pick a color from here, because most of these colors, and I think I'm going to use the yellow because I think that'll contrast pretty well with the red. Let me see if my take your pick tool works. Sometimes the putty ends don't work as well with the take your pick tool on the flatter embellishments. They work fantastic for the ones that stand up a little bit, but I might have to go to my snips, but we'll see. We'll see how this works. And I'm going to try to pick these up. So I'm going to just kind of slide it. Oh, that worked perfect. We're going to add a yellow one down here. And then the next bigger size here. And the third one up here. And I do like that. That yellow is great with the red on there. So let me get these out of the way. So this is our card, guys. And what I love about this die, when you cut these out and you make your card front, it still will stand up just like any vertical. They're a little bit harder than normal because they can slide apart, but look at that. You can still stand these cards up to display them, and I really like that look. So that made me happy. The arch one was a little more difficult to do that with, but this one, you can do that. So here's our card, wishing you an amazing day, with the little turtley guy and the gems. When you open it up, it says happy birthday, and it has an ice cream cone. I'm going to bring out the recipe for this in a minute and show it to you, and you can take a screenshot. But let me show you two other things first. So along with these amazing party banner dies, we are also selling party alphabet dies. And I just got these this week, guys, so I really haven't played with them much. But look at the size of these letters. I cannot wait to play with these. It is the full alphabet, plus the different characters and accents and stuff that you can use if you're using other languages. They are, let me see how big each one is, about 2 1/4. Every letter is about 2 1/4 inches big. So they are perfect to cut out to put on your banners. Not cheap either. I'm just going to be upfront with you. These cost $99. These are ones I plan to keep forever and ever and make banners as long as I live and use these letters. But if you buy the bundle though, so these were 44, these were 40, and these were 99. If you buy the bundle, you can save 10% and you can get both of them for $125. So I am not saying go out and spend that money. I am not. But if you are a party person, if you love that kind of thing, to decorate and to do things for your home, and these are great for scrapbooking, these are great for fronts of cards, these are great for 3D items to hang on your wall, then this might be an investment you might want to make. So I wanted to be sure I showed you those. I'm going to pass those off to the middle. I will do something with those letters, maybe soon. Let's bring this one back in so you can see. And let me show you the one I did ahead of time. This is exactly the same card, just using garden green instead of red. The background designer series paper on here is from the celebratory Sips set. It has flowers on the back, green on the front. And then I did exactly the same thing. I pulled elements from that paper, added some of the current in color gems, and made the same card. And you could make a ton of these with that designer series paper, and I plan to do a bunch. I have it all out. I'm going to work on that this afternoon in between our errands and when I get my hair cut, and make a bunch more of these because I think these cards are adorable. For kids, for teenagers, or even for adults, they are just super fun. So this is the card I am giving away today. Let me grab the recipe. So if you want to take a quick screenshot, you can do that. I will also post the picture of this card and the recipe in the comments of this video at some point today. But remember, the videos go away after 30 days. And so at that point, the pictures and the comments are gone, although you can still watch the video because I will upload it to YouTube. And then once a month, I do post a recap where I post all the pictures and the recipes in a blog post. So you would be able to find it there if you really needed it. Yeah, that's about the best I can do, guys, to make sure you get this information. Okay, that's it. Thank you for taking some time to be with me today. I hope you enjoyed my birthday project and might have learned something from tips and tricks that I shared. I would love to have your business, guys. If you're looking for any Stampin' Up! Products, or if you have questions for me, please contact me. I'm here to answer your questions and be your creative coach. Let me know. Reach out to me either here in the comments or by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. Don't forget to check your opt-in for the catalog if you have ordered from me, to be sure that you get that. Again, those instructions are right here on my Facebook page. And I think as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to pin that post to the top if I haven't done that, so you can find those instructions. And then I do plan to be back here on Tuesday at my regular time, 10:30 a.m. Central Time on Tuesday. I hope to see you then. And until then, have a great day, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.